everybody, Glenn here, and I've got kind of a strange unboxing video for you today. I didn't put in the title, and I did this purposely, I didn't put what the boxes are that I'm doing today because there's a little bit of a story that goes along with it. I apologize in advance. I know some of you out there don't like hearing me talk, you just like seeing what's in the boxes, but I couldn't be helped this time. So the story begins in February. So in February, I got a box shipped to me, and it's actually this box right here. And this is a box. It's kind of a plain brown box, like so, that got sent to me. You know, and I didn't recall ordering anything. It didn't have any kind of markings on it at all. When I look at the return address, it's Midtown Comics. Now, Midtown Comics is a pretty popular online comic destination. I've gotten a lot of things from there between comics. I've even gotten some pops from Midtown Comics. They're kind of one of the go-to retailers for comics online. So Midtown Comics, I'm like, I didn't order anything from Midtown Comics. There wasn't any other names on it. At first I figured, well, maybe this is some sort of trade box or a surprise box. Somebody ordered something for me through Midtown, right? So that's the only thing I could think of at the time. And at the time too, we were starting to get into the trade box from the YouTube channels. You know, the Channel Surf and Trade box. So I figured, oh, mine came really early, maybe. So I kind of assumed that it was either that, or somebody was sending me something through Midtown. So I open it up, and I'm going to go through the items in here because it's kind of an interesting mix. So the main item is an XL Dorbz. Pretty cool. Rocket Raccoon. Obviously one I don't have. I don't have any Dorbz XLs. So that's pretty neat. Someone thought of me, knew I was into Marvel and liked the Dorbz. So they got me the Rocket Raccoon. And you see it's one of two. You've got Rocket and Groot. So there's Rocket. I probably would have preferred Groot, but this is a cool one. Anyway, a couple other things in here. And again, these I've unwrapped already. But a Marvel travel mug, Avengers specifically. Plastic travel mug, got one of those little built-in sipper straw deals. Pretty cool. All right, that's neat. Came to the t-shirt, and Puff Daddy reunion tour shirt. Okay, for what it is, not a fan. I mean, it is a tour short, which is kind of cool. You know, normally, tour shirts with all the dates on it or all the cities on it, it's pretty cool. Again, kind of random. Not something that's even in a fandom I would think to get from somebody. So if this was a gift from somebody, this seemed like just kind of a random shirt to throw in. Okay, they're trying to fill the box, throwing in a shirt. I can't wait to find out who this is from. I keep going, and I've got a print. This is a Ghost Rider print, kind of a two-color Ghost Rider print, and it says on this one, 1303 out of 2000, so some sort of limited edition. 2000 isn't all that limited if you're talking about, prints. But this was a cool one. Love me some Ghost Rider. It's a Marvel branded print. Very cool. I like getting that. So that was neat. And then a comic. And the comic it's a Valiant comic. It's called Savage. I'd never heard of it before. It came in kind of, the bag was kind of bag and boarded, but the bag was kind of loosely put on there. Looks like a standard comic. I can't really tell, just by looking at it, the kind of story it is, but it seems like decent enough comic. But nothing, it's a #1, so, okay, whatever, your standard comic. So the comic, the print, the t-shirt, the extra large door, the XL Dorbs, and the cup. So it started to remind me of an actual subscription box. I'm like, well, it can't be a subscription box, doesn't have anything on it, right? So I'm racking my brain, and you know, I'm still thinking this is a trade box from one of the other YouTubers in our little gift exchange. Well, I put it out there, hey, I got my box already. The person that had me, and you guys know it's Unboxing Rocks, sent me an amazing box, said, no, you haven't gotten yours yet. So I'm like, oh, okay, so this wasn't it. What is this? Who sent this to me? And then I thought, okay, well, it's some kind of mix-up. Some kind of, either a mix-up or an anonymous, somebody decided not to let me know who it is. They just sent me some stuff. Okay, appreciate that in my mind, thanks to whoever, you know. But I kind of let it go, and it was kind of tough for me to unbox it. I didn't want to do it on camera because I didn't want to call anybody out. I didn't know if they, you know, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know why I got this particular box. So I just kind of let it go. It kind of sat in the corner. I was kind of waiting, okay, when's a good time to unbox this? So a month goes by or so, and within the last couple of weeks, I think it was probably a week and a half ago, I get another identical box from, you guessed it, Midtown Comics. The labels are the same. Everything is exactly the same. The return address, the size of the box, right? Exactly identical. So now what the heck is going on? Let me open this and see, you know, what did they send me? A duplicate box? What's going on? So I open the box, and the first thing I see is a piece of paper. Finally, something that's going to kind of clue me in on what's going on. This one says, "Behold, rejoice, your latest Comic-Con box is here." Yes, we normally ship Comic-Con boxes in snazzy branded packages. If you've seen my other videos of Comic-Con box in the past, I probably haven't gotten it in 6 months or so, you know that they have a very colorful box normally. But because of the oversized items contained therein, we had to get a bigger shipping container. Enjoy your goodies, true believer. So there's the sheet. Now, pretty much right there, mystery solved. This is Comic-Con box, and this particular one that I got 10 days ago or so is Comic-Con box number 22, which means that this other box that I got a month before is Comic-Con box number 21. But they didn't put this in there. There was no indication of what it was at all. I've seen other videos on YouTube where people still don't know what it is that they got and why they got it. But getting this one, finally figured out that this one I got a month ago is actually the Comic-Con box. So a couple things sprang to mind as soon as I saw this. Number one, take a look at that. Does anybody notice something, as I let the light kind of go back, about this piece of paper? It's cut wrong, it's black and white. It's kind of, okay, let's throw this down into a printer so that they know what the box is this time, so we don't keep, I'm sure a ton of people contacted Midtown Comics. It was like, hey, thanks for the free box, I don't know what this is. And they're like, what are you talking about? Turns out Comic-Con box does its distribution for Comic-Con box through Midtown Comics. So that's why the return address said Midtown Comics on it. Normally not a problem on their colorful boxes, but these that are just plain brown boxes, nobody knew what they were. So Midtown got just a ton of communication. I'm assuming, I know it actually for a fact, that they got a ton of communication saying, I don't know what this stuff is. So this time they hurriedly put a bunch of these, made a bunch of these from the copy store, and threw it in the box this time to indicate so you'd know it was Comic-Con box. So that's the first thing. This is very rushed, very, okay, let's cut it ourselves, you know, very kind of not that professional. The other thing that's kind of worrisome to me is the box. Yes, they said, okay, these items are oversized, so we can't use our normal Comic-Con box. But honestly, being around subscription boxes as long as I have, this stuff is an indication of the slide. Okay, We're not selling as many. These are kind of going out of favor. They're kind of going away. You know, this is a very much a sign of a box, kind of in free fall, kind of on the downward trend. All right, so those were the first two things I thought, and especially looking at the items. The items in this last box were fine for a subscription box, but really not Comic-Con box what you expect from it. You expect con items, you expect signed items, and the best item in that box in that way was the Ghost Rider print, because it's at least some kind of limitation. But I didn't see any kind of authenticator, no signature, nothing like that. So that was the closest thing in that last box. Random t-shirt, a Dorbz XL, which is cool. I like it, and I'm going to keep it for sure, but not really what you're looking for. So I decided, okay, I've already opened it. Let's see what's in the Comic-Con box. So here's Comic-Con box number 22. What I found, I really didn't take anything out. I kind of looked over it really quickly. Another Dorbz XL. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, they sent me the same item 2 months in a row? Are you kidding me? Well, it's actually the Groot one. So 2 months, both Dorbz XLs. All right, that's kind of cool. Both in this, actually, we complete the set with these two, right? Because those are the two that are on the back. Back to back gave us both. That's pretty cool, other than the fact these aren't very valuable. You know, yeah, they're XL, they're big. They're like, you know, they're 6 to 8 inch Dorbz, but they're only, I don't know, $10 to $12 value. They're not, you know, they're not that hard to find, and they're not that valuable. But that's kind of cool. Okay, I can deal with that. All right, the shirt this time, kind of a mashup. So, not the random shirt we got last time, but the Puff Daddy shirt. That was just weird, really weird. This one actually is a mashup of Spidey, obviously. I sling, therefore I am. And Rene Descartes, the French philosopher, I think, therefore I am, his most, you know, famous quote. Okay, mashup, I guess. This is another one of those items that is getting around things like licensing by not doing a specifically Spider-Man shirt, right? It's just meant to signify Spider-Man. In this mashup, it's a little bit weak, but the shirt itself is nice. It's a nice quality shirt. I love the red. The color, this red just springs to life. It's not faded. It's not too dark. It actually is really, really good. So the shirt itself is okay. The mashup itself is pretty weak. It's going to be lost on a lot of people, right? And just not a shirt I would see in a store. But, oh, I got to get that. That's clever. It's okay. It's just not. It's kind of weak as mashups go. So that's the shirt. At least it's better than that random Puff Daddy shirt from the last one. All right. We've got a Punisher wallet. Actually, I don't even think it's really a wallet. Oh, yeah, it is a wallet. So it's a Punisher wallet. For some reason, it's closed up with a rubber band. Punisher wallet. You know, a Marvel license, for sure. It's okay. It's a, you know, it's a vinyl wallet. And pretty good for, you know, teenager, somebody who's doesn't really carry a lot of stuff, because this is a very small wallet. But again, nothing to complain about there. That's pretty good. All right, we've got a Pop Home item, which people hate, but I don't. I actually, I gave this out in my Spider-Man box with the Hero Stash. I don't have any myself because I gave them all out in that box, but it's the Spider-Man and Black Suit Spider-Man salt and pepper shakers. Cool. I like the salt and pepper shakers. I'm using my Batman and Robin ones right now. But these are cool. I like the Pop Home stuff. So, you know, I don't really complain about that too much. So, there's the Funko Pop Home stuff. The salt and pepper shakers, which I like, but a lot of people don't. Now, let's see if there's a Comic-Con box-oriented thing in here. Well, we've got another Valiant comic. And this is Divinity 3 Commander Bloodshot. Stalinverse, no idea what this is. It looks like it's set in like Soviet Union, and I imagine it's probably part of the same universe, or they have different comics in that same universe with different characters. Again, just a standard bagged and boarded comic, no signature, nothing collector-wise, just kind of a random comic. I haven't researched this particular comic, but I didn't pull it out before now. So we've got the extra large. To recap, we've got the extra large Groot, right? We've got Salt and Pepper Shakers. We've got the wallet, the Punisher wallet. We've got the kind of a weak mashup T-shirt, and then random comic. What's my motivation to get this box? Honestly, it doesn't even have the cool box anymore. That was one of the things about Comic-Con box, is it has the cool box. It's colorful. Even the box itself made a great display. I've gotten rid of them since, but I had a whole tower of Comic-Con boxes that looked cool because red, white, blue, a bunch of colors that looked really good on the wall because the box was so cool. But they don't even have that anymore. I'm kind of done with Comic-Con box. They're kind of definitely showing signs that they can't afford to do the same boxes they were doing before. I mean, I've gotten some great stuff from Comic-Con box. One of my favorite pops is from Comic-Con box, and that's this custom Joker from Evilos, which is like 1 out of 5. This is number 4 of 5 made. This is one of my favorite all-time items in a subscription box. It just looks so cool. It's a hand-painted custom of the Joker. This is one of my prized items. But, something tells me you're never going to see anything like that with Comic-Con box again. It's just so standard now, and so, okay, it's really getting away from what it says what it always said it was trying to do. The fact that I didn't know last month that box was Comic-Con box because they didn't put anything in it, and then they realized their mistake and hastily put a piece of paper with black and white print in the next one. Big time fail, guys. This, as a box, as the items, if I were just getting these items in a regular subscription box, I might give this box a B or a C+. But as it is, just the way it all performed over the last couple of months, got to give it a D. Just about failing as a subscription box. Again, the items themselves, not terrible. A couple of weird decisions as far as random T-shirt, random comic that isn't even a collectible particularly. But other than that, some decent items and some great items that I'm going to use in trade boxes and give away. But that's not the point of subscription boxes. Stuff you want to keep. But very mediocre. Very mediocre. I don't give anything a D. Right? You guys have seen my videos. I give stuff A- and B+ and B's and the occasional C when I think the box is bad. I don't give D's. But the way this all came down has to be a D. It just screams Comic-Con box is going out of business. Comic-Con box is not long for this world. It's just screaming that right now. And I hope they come back. I hope they got enough out of this to be able to kind of have a resurgence. But I don't see it the way the last couple months have gone. So I've rambled on a lot this video. I'm sorry it went kind of long, but I had 2 boxes to go through, right? Stay away from Comic-Con box. That would be my recommendation. I'm going to be super excited if they come back strong, because for their first 6 months, I looked forward to Comic-Con box, one of my favorite boxes. I left and came back, and these 2 months that I come back just really have told a totally different story from when I left. So D for these boxes. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, because I certainly did, and solving that mystery was the biggest one. But until next time, I've got a lot of content coming, a lot of boxes to get to. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please give the video a like. That helps the channel a lot. I'm starting to show likes now, so you can kind of see where we are. I don't really like doing that, but a lot of people have asked for it. So you know, I really appreciate getting those likes. Helps the channel a lot, helps it grow. And until next time, obviously subscribe as well. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.